Hello, my parents. I didn't forget about y'all today. So get in here, my parents. I did not forget about y'all today. Hello. Hey, Facebook. Hey, YouTube. How y'all doing? It's Wednesday. I know it's not lunchtime, but it is Wednesday. So y'all get in here for a few minutes with me. Um, y'all get in here for a few minutes. Get in here for a few minutes. Hello. I didn't forget about y'all. Lunchtime with Lakeisha. I know I'm late. I apologize. I've been at the hospital all day. With my mom. But thank God she's good. So I didn't forget about y'all, my parents. So y'all get in here. I missed y'all at 12 o'clock. I was like, I cannot go to bed without talking to my parents. Because I had set up 3 things that you would get over. I did relationships. Week 4 last. I did death last week. And tonight, I want to do church hurt. Okay, parents? So y'all get in here. Because I have something to say to my parents. I know it's not lunchtime. It's after 10. But I couldn't let it go to 12 o'clock. I got to share 4 things with you all on this church hurt piece. Hey, Erica. Y'all safe down there? The storm just kind of left us. Erica, y'all safe down there? So to my parents, y'all share this out. I couldn't let today go by without showing up for you all. Y'all know I gotta show up for my parents. I love y'all. And the storm done passed over, so I said, let me jump on. It's pretty bad, but we okay. Okay, yeah, it was pretty bad this way. Erica, it passed through, so y'all be safe. Can you hear me loud enough, Erica? Thank y'all for joining in this weather. Y'all be safe. I did forget about y'all, my parents. I felt so bad today I couldn't get on at 12 o'clock. With the hospital with my mom. So I couldn't jump on at 12 o'clock today. I was trying to make sure everything was good with her. Hey, Shanine, how you doing? Y'all safe down there in this storm? So the good thing is, parents, I ain't got to rush. But I only got 4 things to tell y'all today. We're going to talk about church hurt. Just been on my mind for a couple weeks. And I talked to a lot of parents, a lot of people. And, they have shared some stuff with me about church hurt. And so I sat down and thought about it. And I want to, okay, that's good. I want to just go over 4 things. Just 4 things. Then I'll let y'all go. So y'all can get ready for, they said tomorrow going to be pretty. So, yeah. Hey, Felicia. How you doing? Thank y'all for joining me. I'm usually on lunchtime with Lakeisha, but today I'm a whole lot late. But I did not want to let this day go past without me showing up for y'all, my parents. My mom is doing fine. We at the hospital all day with her. So that's why I didn't chime in at 12, because I was trying to, attend to my mother. Okay, so I'm going to get started so y'all can go to bed. Don't y'all got to go to work in the morning? Erica, Shanine, Felicia, y'all got to work tomorrow? Yeah, I know, Erica, the kids are asleep. Mine are too. Well, that 2-year-old is. Them big boys laying in the bed watching TV. But I wanted to pop in, so I'm going to get started in a minute. Thank y'all for joining me during the storm. Y'all going through the storm down in past Hattiesburg, going that way. Okay, so let me get started. For you all on YouTube, Facebook that don't know me, my name is Lakeisha Brawls, and I'm the founder of Greater Family Relationships, where I empower parents who are overwhelmed with their children to regain confidence and hope as a parent, and to establish a harmonious and peaceful life. Anybody needs some peace in the home? Yes. I know y'all need some peace. You been asleep all evening, Felicia? Anybody needs some peace in the home? Of course we do. We all need some peace in the home. So I gotta show up for my parents on today, and I'm gonna finish up this little series on parents you will and overcome. I did relationships. Go back and watch it. I did death. Oh, we gotta go back if I catch you. I got you, Erica. Thank you. I know peace. So the third one tonight, y'all, I want to talk about church hurt. Okay, church hurt. That's my pit in the background, y'all. She a puppy, and you know how pits are. They don't like the bad weather, so she was outside, and it got bad out there, so we had to bring her inside in her inside cage. So I apologize for her barking. Khaleesi, I need you to hush. Yes. So Felicia, girl, I know it's been on me. I was upset today because I was like, I can't get on at 12. I'm like, I ain't going to bed till I get this off of me tonight. $6, Erica? Wow. So parents, let's talk. I want you to know tonight that ducks, turkeys, and chickens. Really, Erica? I want y'all to know tonight that you will overcome or get over church hurt. It didn't take you out, huh? Right? Because you're still here. So it didn't take you out. Hey, why Nike, honey boo? It didn't take you out. So a lot of people experience church hurt. So tonight I want to tell you why. 2 pits, Shanae? I love pits, girl. I can handle that one. Believe me, bring more pieces down. Hey, Janice Brown. How you doing, sugar? Yeah. My pet, she a big baby, y'all. She in there barking. How you doing, my Nike? So, let me get started, y'all, so I can get off of here, because we'll be on here just chit-chatting all night. Okay. I got 4 things for y'all today, okay? And I know we all have experienced this some fashion, some way, but this is why. This is why we experience church hurt. I got 4 things. This is why. The first one, I think we forget, parents. I'm talking to my parents today. I think we forget that everybody's human. Even church people. From the preacher to the deacon to the usher to the cleanup man to whoever that's in leadership. We are all human. And I think sometimes we forget that when we join the church and be in the church. We forget that your pastor is human. So things may happen, or they may even say things that rub you the wrong way. But we got to remember that pastors, leaderships, they all are human, right? And just like we human, we get mad, we get upset, we say things sometimes we shouldn't, and it happens. Now, number 2, our expectations are too high. Y'all hear me, parents? I'm telling y'all what I know, not what I heard somebody say. Sometimes our expectations is too high. So, I mean, we supposed to expect our pastor to act a certain kind of way. But I said number 1, we all are human. So, pastors make mistakes. Deacons make mistakes. They are human. But I think sometimes we as people, we have a very high expectation of certain people. It can be the pastor. It can be somebody in the church. But we get hurt because we have high expectations of people. Now, I get it, y'all. I know y'all saying, because I said too, well, a pastor should act, this, or they shouldn't say this kind of stuff. But what was number 1? We are all human. So we cannot forget that the pastor is human and that sometimes we have our expectations are too high. And the third one is, y'all, we have to deal with our emotions. Y'all hear me, parents? I need y'all to deal with your emotions. Because sometimes we can take stuff out of proportion or see stuff, and the devil wants us to see all the bad stuff. And sometimes we do. And it's hard to deal with our emotions at times. We may be going through something. Perfect example. We may be going through something. Our kid going through something. And then you may say, well, ain't nobody called and checked on me. The pastor ain't called me. They ain't been by here. They ain't sent the deacon by here. So we get in our feelings, right? Come on, somebody. We get in our feelings. And then here come these negative thoughts. Well, they ain't checked on me, so hey, I'm finna go. Finna go to somebody else's church. And that's just how we be sometimes. And I mean, I know, because I know, if it was me, I would be like, well, ain't nobody checked on me. People want to be checked on. Y'all hear me? When you're sick, when your kid's going through something, people want to be checked on. So sometimes we get in this emotional state where thoughts start to come. And if we don't deal with them right then, guess what's going to happen? Church hurt. You're going to leave. Y'all hear me, parents? You are going to leave. And let me tell y'all, parents and children, we need God. I mean, that's just how I feel. I feel we need God. Not just us, but our children too. So as parents, we have to deal with our emotions. And let me tell y'all, it's somebody at every church. I don't care where you go. It's going to be somebody at every church that's going to run their mouth a lot. That's going to be negative all the time. They everywhere. So where you running to? I mean, let me clear this up. If you at a church where you're not getting fed and you feel like, the leader is not leading you in the right way, then you pray about that thing and ask the Lord to send you. Right. And people do, Erica. People do leave because of that. And number 4, y'all, I'm going to review it in a minute. But number 4, we got to learn how to communicate. Y'all hear me? I mean, just let me be honest. Sometimes my pastor may say something that I may not agree with, or I may have took the wrong way. But I'm at a place where if I get in my emotional feelings about something, and so these thoughts won't take me over, I could go to my pastor in a respectful way and just communicate with them. We don't want to communicate. We'll be out looking in, or we'll get mad about something and see something that wasn't right, and we'll get in our feelings. We'll get emotional, and we'll just leave without even communicating, because it may not be what you thought it actually was. You know how sometimes you out looking in, but sometimes we know, sometimes we don't, y'all. And any little thing make people leave. Now, this is my thing. We all need the Lord. Y'all agree with me today? We all need the Lord, right? And it do seem like this. I mean, I've heard people say it, but it do kind of make sense. We'll get mad at church, at the leaders, or at somebody at the church, or somebody, whatever at the church, and we'll leave the church. We ain't gonna leave our job. We're not gonna let our kids leave the schoolhouse when they get bullied. So we gotta think about that thing, y'all. We gotta really think about that, because we need the Lord. I tell God every day, I can't live without you, and I don't want to. And nobody's perfect. I ain't saying be perfect, because I done had some thoughts where, I'm like, I can't deal. I'm ready to go. But y'all, this is what I do. I pray about it. I'm telling y'all, when something rubs me the wrong way, my flesh want to show out. You hear me? At the church, my flesh want to show out, but I don't. I pray about it, and I let God lead me. You right, Denise. You right. I'm very big on accountability. I always say people need to have somebody to hold them accountable. But see, that's where the communication come in at. People have to learn how to communicate. That's what I said in leadership. Um, if that's a big problem, then you really have to pray about that thing. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't just up and leave a church if I ain't prayed about it. You know, God know you, you know you. So you know that if you have out against somebody and you can't grow here, then pray about it to the Lord. I think people just up and leave and they don't ask God for guidance. They don't pray about it. Cause I'm telling y'all, it works. I mean, I have experienced some things at church where I wanted to show out. Can I be honest? I wanted to show out. But I had to go in my secret closet and pray and ask God to help me with these people. Because I'm about to show out. And he do. Like, if somebody said something and I maybe took it the wrong way, I pray about it. And then I kid y'all not, that person may, or through somebody else, may come back and kind of, I don't know, say something different or know that it bothered me. And sometimes it's hard not to show out, especially when it comes to your children. Right. And see, Denise, you so right. Can't leave until he releases us. But this the thing. Sometimes pressure is put on us in church. It may be a test. You feel it may be a test from God because where he taking you, it may be things you have to deal with there. So he preparing you now. So let's say, I know working with people can be difficult. I work with people all the time, every day. I work with people, different personalities, and sometimes it get hard. It depends on what state of mind I'm in. But sometimes we have to be pressed, right? Have to be pushed and pressed. Because let me tell you this right here, people, my parents. If y'all don't pass this test at this church, guess what? You gotta take the test again at the next church. And the next church, because where God is taking you, you gotta be able to take some things. And sometimes it get hard. But the church supposed to be the hospital. Y'all feel me? It's supposed to be a place where you can come and feel spiritually free. Even if you broken, feel love, spiritually free, be embraced by people, feel the love of people. That's how church supposed to be. Y'all hear me, parents? Y'all hear me? And this is a lot of people today experience church hurt. But y'all got to remember, I said leaders, pastors, preachers, they are human. They make mistakes. They're not perfect. And sometimes I said number 2 is we have too high of expectations of someone. You know how you put all your trust, all your love, all your time in someone, so you expect certain things from them, right? And then when they let you down, oh, it's like, exactly, diamonds. It's like your world is crushed. But think about it. You put too much into them. They are human. Expectations can be high. And then we got to deal with our emotions. Because our emotions will take us to places. Y'all better hear me. Our emotions take us to places that's just deep. Deep and crazy. You know, I get mad at work sometimes. I ain't about to just walk off the job. You feel me? I got kids. I got bills, you know. But your spiritual being ought to be very important. Your spiritual being ought to be very important. And so, let's deal with church hurt on today, y'all. Let's deal with church hurt. And most of it, you gotta deal with forgiveness. You gotta forgive. You got to forgive people and treat them in love. And is it possible? You better believe it's possible. But you got to pray about that thing. You got to pray about it and ask God to help you to love like he loved. And I promise you he'll do it. Y'all better hear me. I promise you he would do it. He would take that envy, that evil out of you, because it was in me. Y'all better hear me. I got I'm still working on it, a very mean and evilness when people rub me the wrong way. And it's hard for me to hide it, because these facial expressions, thank God for the mask right now, but these facial expressions can be off the chain sometimes. Like, Lord, deliver the face, Jesus, so they won't see it. But that's something that can be honest, I have to work on. But we gotta forgive, parents. Y'all hear me? We have to forgive. Church hurt, it didn't take you out. You still here. So let's know that the 4 things I said, that we all are human. Pastors, preacher, deacons, they all are human. Second, I said, hey Amy, our expectations are sometimes too high for leaders. And so we get let down because we expect a whole lot. And we should to a certain extent, but when they let us down that 1 or 2 times, it causes pain, causes us to hurt, right? But we gotta deal with our emotions. Y'all know what? Deal with your emotions, because what you think is gonna go to how you feel, and then to how you react to stuff. So you got to start in this mind, in this brain. You got to start in your mind with the thoughts. And number 4, I said, learn to communicate. That's a big thing. We have to learn to communicate. We know sometimes the pastor gonna make us mad, gonna say things. But if it bothers us to a place where we want to come back to church, then you need to pray about that thing and then go talk to the pastor. You entitled to your opinion, but just go in love. Y'all hear me, parents? So church hurt is real. I don't want to, people to look over it. It's real. But I think these 4 things sometimes is what causes us to go through and to have church hurt. But like I said, the key to it is to pray about that thing. If God led you to that church, then pray about it before you up and leave. Because I said that next church, you're going to have some issues. That next church, it's going to be always somebody, until you be able to deal with you and your emotions. And please learn to communicate. I can't stress that enough. If you feel some type of way, talk to whoever you need to talk to. Y'all hear me, parents? Talk to whoever you need to talk to. But pray about it first now. Don't just go in the flesh. I need y'all to pray about that thing and ask God to humble you down. And then once you get to that place, you may be like, well, I thought it was this or it was that. And see how your emotions and your thoughts went another whole way, and it wasn't like that. And then some places it may be, well, it was like that, but I apologize for it. So you just never know. So just learn to communicate, parents. That's all I got for y'all tonight. I went a little longer because I'm not at work. I thank y'all for joining me, parents. I love y'all. We all parents. I want y'all to be in a church you can grow in, and your children can grow in, because we need God. We need Him every day, every second, every minute. And our children do too. They need to be in where they can grow and get to learn to have a relationship with Jesus, because they're going to need it. Y'all hear me, parents? So I love y'all. Y'all share this out for me. Somebody needs to hear this around the world, in your community somewhere, that they can and will overcome church hurt. It didn't take them out, because we are still here. So thank y'all for joining me on this night. I love y'all. Y'all have a good rest of y'all week. I'm going to get off here now. Next week, lunchtime with Lakeisha. It'll be at 12 next week, y'all. It'll be at 12. So y'all have a rest of a good night. And y'all know what I got to say? I say it every week. Y'all better put this in y'all spirit. To my parents, you got this. I got this. We got this. So let's get it. I love y'all. Bye.